Okay, yeah, finally a light side. Nice work, my friend. Nice work. Let's see if I am lucky. Okay, true light side. I'd say I'm pretty damn lucky today. Yay.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
Pretty balanced. Pretty balanced.
I just picked up formation tactics.
Good for you.
So now everyone will be better.
This is a vegan smoothie. You don't want it.
Talking to your cat again?
It doesn't even have milk in it.
But it smells good. It's like my dog when I have something chocolate and they're like, "Can I have it?"
No, you don't give chocolate to dogs. It's poisonous.
Exactly. And they both look at me like, "Please, I'll do anything." And I'm like, "You'll die."
Trust me. My dog's the same. He gives me the whole innocent puppy dog look.
Oh,
like
it's the
he
worst.
looks up, tilts his head, like
Yeah.
blinks those big brown eyes of him, and like we succumb to it. But we only give him the good food.
Yeah.
Okay. So where we left off, you got the leave of the gatekeeper to guide you to his old temple.
Yes. And I presume that everybody, and I mean everybody of the group, was on that ship that Riva's sister arrived in, taking us there.
What now? Leva and Liam are going to go on the ship, and Brian's gonna come off the ship. It don't have to be perfect, but let's think of why that happened. Just so I'm not taking completely off the moment.
I mean, I could
say
Oh, sorry.
that.
Go ahead.
No, I would say the most logical choice would Reva needs to check up on her kid. I think that would be the most reasonable explanation.
The kid's on terrace.
Oh. Okay. And probably maybe she wanted to hollow communicate to her kid to check up on him. I mean,
Yeah, maybe they promised to be like, "Hey, I'll call you at this time. We're gonna space time. We're gonna have a space time call instead of a FaceTime call."
Yeah.
Okay. So that takes care of that. Now Liam's going back on the ship. Why is he doing that?
Maybe because security issue or something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we had agreed to like take different shifts, and so I was switching off with him.
There could be like an alarm back on the indoor spire that you don't quite understand.
Yeah.
And you're on the small ship that's like scouting the area. And you could go back, but then if you guys want to take the ship to go to the other temple, if you want to take the pirate ship to go to the other temple, then someone needs to go check that out. So you drop off Liam. It's not immediately apparent what's going on the ship, and he's going to figure it out.
Okay.
Sound good?
I'm good.
And so you're gonna just decide you want to get involved now, as opposed to like sitting gunner side on the pirates ship, right?
Sure. Yeah. Totally.
Okay. Okay. So you are needing to you basically you know where your goal is. You remember when I was talking about you kind of went up one side of the valley following the tree line, and then the hologram pointed across the valley, and you're looking at like a pretty rough climb, but thankfully you've got a ship to help with that. So you get on a ship and you avoid this like massive level of exertion walking through this like untamed wilderness that's got ankle deep snow going down this valley and up the next side. No natural paths carved into it. And
We're
while
not
the
running through the
planet,
jungle.
yeah,
Sorry.
you're not doing that because you've got the pirate ship, right?
Right.
Now, again, the planet isn't uninhabited. Like the scans on her ship are, it shows that there are population centers around, little villages of about maybe 1,000 people here or there. Uh, but total planetary population, you're estimating to be under 1 million people. Like it's very sparsely populated. Be
Okay.
like our planet during the Bronze Age, if you will.
Right.
So you get around the temple, and it's surrounded by really dense foliage. Now you may find a closer landing spot from what she initially suggests is about 1 kilometer away. But you're not going to find something within sight of the temple. It's just the fir trees are all around it, and you can barely see like the adobe stonework underneath the canopy.
Right.
So, what y'all want to do? And if you've got ideas for how to improve looking for a better place to land, that's fine. Be creative.
I'm probably going to be the co-pilot for that little pirate ship if Reva's sister is willing.
Sure.
Okay, so I am going to help with, looking for a place to land. So do I need to make a perception or a computers check to use the system's scanners to look for a place to land?
I could see it being astrogation, computers, or survival.
Okay, I would go with astrogation.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
2.
Okay.
Can I assist by like scanning space like areas?
Why is it 2 light side and 2 dark side? Isn't it supposed to be 3 light side and 1 dark side?
Didn't take my edit. Didn't save my edit. I'm fixing it.
No, it's just like I just noticed it, so.
It didn't save my edit.
So, Bran wants to help me. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Alright, so that gives a boost die.
So it's an average check. Half?
Mm-hmm.
Is it an average difficulty?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. You're able to get it within about 750 meters, and I'll give you a choice. There's one that is on the same elevation, but the landing site will be a little more exposed. Like, if there's dangers out here, they're going to see the ship. Or there's a little cove you can land in that will hide the ship, but you're going uphill for half a kilometer.
Is everybody okay with the idea of going to the cove?
Yeah, I'm I'm fine with it. Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we take the Cove landing site.
Get something started running so that it isn't like dead the whole night. So we get it started, and then I'll come back. All right, so you land the ship. She says, "I'm gonna sit here and watch the ship. Y'all be careful." I picked up that there were life signs. There were life forms on this mountain. I wasn't picking many. Could just be native wildlife, but they did seem to move in a group. It could be sentience.
Who says this?
Weeva's like adopted sister is the pirate that is kind of helping you out right now.
Okay.
I forget her name. Penton. I think she goes by Penton.
Okay.
Yeah. Half. You did forget or the attachment of the micro optics multi-optic sight for one of my other blaster pistol. You forgot to add that in.
Did anyone install it? Did you install it?
Yeah, I installed it. I made the wall.
Then you can add it in.
Yeah, it's just
should be
okay. Item attachments.
Here, I'll do it real fast.
Yeah, because for some reason it was not a lot. Oh, okay. Now it works. Now it works. Okay, I dragged and dropped it. Now it works.
Okay, I thought you did that. I didn't even.
No, I did try that, but it was not working for some reason.
Okay. I'm sorry. Give me just a second more. How do I? Let's do this. Audio source. Browse. I got it. It converted a lot faster than I thought. I thought it was going to be a minute. It's already ready to go. So I'm going to select file over. That one. All right, it might be a minute before it comes on. But... Okay. So you're walking out in the wilderness. You probably got like maybe 5 or 10 minutes before you see. Everyone can make their choice. Can you not hear me?
You were breaking up there for a second.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got about maybe 10 minutes walk till you get to the outskirts of the temple, right? If you're walking carefully. If you're hiking pretty heavy, you'll be there in like 5 minutes. Give me the best of survival, perception, or streetwise.
I have 1 yellow in both perception and streetwise.
I don't think I have good in any of those skills, but let me check.
Depending on what you roll, I'll inform it differently.
I've got 2 green perception.
Okay. I got 1 yellow perception.
Okay.
I've got 2 green in all of it.
Okay.
Okay, so
my cunning is a 1. I am not a cunning person.
You can roll all 3 of them. Like each of you can roll one if you want.
Do you want to roll perception, Bran, and I roll, what was it, streetwise?
Yeah. Difficulty 2? Right?
Yes.
Bam. Woo!
Bran, your check was a wash. You can escalate your check if you want.
Ooh, doggy. All right, here we go. So when I escalate, I'm gonna add a green and change one of the purples to a red, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty, here we go. I upgraded them both. Oh!
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna make like a kind of aggregate here. You're gonna have net advantages 2, 1 success. So I'll inform this specifically. Bran and Spark are, you've been on a city planet for so long, and the kind of untamed wilderness here is just like a sight to see. It's almost unnerving. You've been underground for so long, just being exposed to a blue sky, But on top of that, there's no towers, no advertisements, and not even any people in sight. It puts Spark a little on edge. You're a little like, this seems almost too perfect, almost too quiet. Like, you start looking for adversaries that aren't there. Now, Morvisis, however, notices that if there were to be a place to ambush people, it would be in the forest surrounding this temple because it's particularly thick and there's a lot of hiding spots. You start to like mentally note all of the different little places people could be hiding. Now, do you all communicate with each other before you start making the trek up?
Yeah, so I inform the others about the possible ambush sites and to be careful, and I am also going to make a perception check to see if I see any disturbances near those areas that I noticed, to ensure that no one is actually there right now. Could I do that?
Well, I mean, you're already looking at them, and there's not something you can see right there. But there's just so many places someone could hide. There's surely some that you've missed.
Yeah.
I say I've got a bad feeling about this.
Now you think about it more. If this is such a sparsely populated planet, this is some temple full of artifacts. Who's keeping it from being looted by everyone around here?
So could I make the perception check?
What are you trying to perceive? Are you trying to see what the GM's hinting at? Because no, you can't do that.
No.
What are you looking for?
Okay, well, basically, we make our way to the top where we do see the temple. Basically, I want to see ahead if there's like anybody waiting at the temple, like if there's anybody outside of the temple.
Okay, so I've got an idea for how to do that.
Okay.
So Spark mentioned the bad feeling. You started pointing stuff out.
By the way, the game is paused, so
that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not using maps for any of this. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me a in fact, I can go to like something more neutral. There we go. Give me a out of the 3 of you, give me your best discipline roll, and the other 2 will assist with it. You will get 2 boost dice for being on edge.
Are we all rolling discipline or one of us?
Make your best dice pool out of the 3 of you.
Discipline?
Yeah, discipline.
Yes.
I have a yellow, 2 green.
Spark?
Is there a Spark? Sparky
Sorry,
Spark.
what?
What's your discipline stat?
Oh, it's a yellow and 2 green.
Same as mine.
Yeah, I only have 2 greens, so basically I'm not going to be as much help.
All right, so go ahead, Spark. You make the discipline roll, and then we will support you.
What's the difficulty for it?
We just lost half. Oh. Man. I think it's going to be a 2, but don't quote me. But do add. I think you're going to be able to add blue for the. Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
half went offline.
Yeah. Basically, you make your discipline roll, but you have 2 boost die because we're helping. Basically, all of that.
Oh, he's back.
Okay.
Half.
What are we doing here?
So Spark is going to roll the discipline. So he gets 2 boost die.
Okay. Let me determine. Okay, their survival is going to make it a red and a green. Or red and purple for difficulty. I know there's 3 of them, so red, purple, purple. So Spark's rolling with 4 boost die, 1 assist from both of you, and then the 2 assists from the advantages earlier.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay. So no one's going to be surprised. It'll be kind of a wash for who's surprised. However, you will see, like, Spark's going to see where they're coming from, and if she, like, announces that, there will be, we'll give everyone an extra maneuver on the first round. How's that?
Sounds fair.
Does that work for your 5 advantages?
Yep.
Okay. So narrating from all around you, all of a sudden, a group of men approach wearing rags. Their minds are clearly clouded by something evil. Even if you evade them now, they will continue to hunt for you, and they will find you.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. They will find us, but only when they return, after these messages.
So, what's happening? Wait, half is not here.
Yeah, we're waiting for half.
Welcome back.
Oh my god. Go again.
It's all good.
We'll just use this. What did y'all get? What did y'all miss? What didn't go through?
All of it, I guess.
Okay. I'll start over. Morvisis, the holocron you're holding kind of hums. You are not worthy of my aid, but still I offer this word of warning. A group of hunters approach now. They are going to find you. Of course, I may be seeing to that to further test you. Best you not fight them with your backs to a cliff. They will fight until they will fight you, and they will fight you hard, and they will fight to the death. You will see in their eyes, and then you see smoke off in the distance, and there's a loud bang. You guys still hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. There's a loud bang. The wood of a sequoia tree next to Bran is splintered as the bullet just barely missed him.
Whoa.
They're coming now. So now, narratively, Spark actually sees where the three people are hiding and coming out of, and if she announces that, everyone gets a free maneuver. But basically, roll initiative, yo.
Yo, yo, yo. All right. My dog is whining. Is there an initiative button on here? I don't remember. Or do I just roll my skill?
Go to Combat Tracker, which is between chat log and scenes directory. It's the second button on the upper right bar. You will see 3 PCs. One of these is you. Click the button next to the one that's you. You'll know because your thing will highlight when you go over the die.
My thing says no active encounters. Is that the
Yeah.
one?
Mine also says none.
Really?
Yeah.
Because there's no tokens, that's why.
It's because it's
Paused.
I didn't make this the active sheet, that's why.
Okay, now
There.
it's showing.
Aha!
So now you should be one of those it should allow you to roll on.
And we're rolling cool, correct?
You were prepared.
For the love of...
Yep. It's okay. Roll your dice, folks.
Yeah, it is cool because we were prepared.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm just looking at my thing. Okay, suffer number strain equal and...
Jesus.
Get that. Okay, so yeah, I suffer a number of strain, blah blah blah. Get that. Three successes and 3 advantages. Okay.
Okay, so you're surrounded by a pack of 4 of these dark side, a pack of hunters are approaching your positions. Faces masked with cloth and eyes clouded by some connection to some great evil. And they approach with silent bloodlust in their eyes. And they're coming from 4 different directions, they've set an ambush. Who wants to go first?
Would that be 303?
Yeah, it would be me.
Yeah.
So, so which direction am I seeing them coming from? Both sides, correct?
Now to be clear, even though you rolled the 303, if someone else has a plan or something, but you guys can determine the initiative order.
Okay.
For PCs. That's
yeah.
why it's worded that way.
Let me roll first then. Let me go first because Bran is great at formation tactics, an ability he just has now. And he informs everyone exactly where to take cover and whatnot. And I'm going to make a hard leadership roll. And if I succeed, every success is equal to my allies nearby. That the difficulty of attacks against them is upgraded once till the end of my next round.
Okay.
So let's make that roll. Let's see. Where does that go? There it is. All right, and it's 3. And here we roll. Ah! Dang it. Sorry.
So
3 advantages though.
The effect of it is it upgrades difficulty to hit.
Yeah, so it would make it harder. So it upgrades, difficulty to hit dice, basically.
I'll let you distribute 3 defense points amongst your allies then.
Okay,
For
then
1 round.
I will give 1 to Spark and 2 to Morvisis because Spark has more armor, I think, right? So.
Okay, so true defense, as in.
Awesome.
So basically, to both range and melee, I get 2 defense points to that?
Yeah.
To both melee and range.
I believe so. Oh, yeah.
So temporarily having
for 1 round.
For 1 round, okay.
Yeah.
What? No, that's 2. Okay.
Or maybe it should be soak, because it was supposed to be defense if I succeeded, and all I have is advantages.
Okay, so it's
hey, half instead of
it's not defense. Like basically, you would upgrade chances to hit them, which means that they would get red dice.
Oh right, and defense is black dice. Yeah. I apologize. I always think that defense is an upgrade, but it's a black die. So okay, cool. So I'm giving 2 to Morvisis and 1 to Spark, because Spark, I'm pretty sure, has more soak and defense.
Okay.
Because Spark is all about that Mando armor.
So is this to soak or defense?
Basically,
defense.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even put it down. Basically, it's 1 black die harder to hit you and 2 black die harder to hit you for the next round. I'll keep track of that. Don't worry about it.
Okay, just asking.
Okay, so you have 2 maneuvers, Bran. What do? You can take cover. You can.
I'm gonna take cover and I'm gonna aim my. Actually, I'm gonna take cover and I'm gonna ready. Yeah, I'm gonna aim with my grenade. I'm gonna pull out a grenade. You said there's a whole group of them, right? Yes, half. Can you guys hear me?
Now they are coming, but they're like surrounding each other.
Yeah, you're cutting out a bit. You're cutting out a bit. Hang on.
I don't know what the hell is going on tonight. They're surrounding you. They're not clumped together.
All right, then I pull out my blaster pistol and aim at the ones to our rear. So if we have a way to escape, we will escape that way.
Okay.
Like back towards our ship, right?
Okay.
So that's my taking cover, aiming with my pistol, with my blaster.
All right. So who wants to go next?
Do you want to go next, Spark?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay.
So I'll take up. I'll use my maneuver to bodyguard on Morvisis, which will give him. Anybody trying to hit him, they'll get 2 upgrades.
2 upgrades. Wow. Okay.
I think it's 2. Yeah, I got the 2nd rank set.
All right, so that's 1 maneuver.
Yep. And then they're at short range from us, right?
Medium range.
Medium range? Okay.
They're using long arms, so they'd be like trying to snipe.
In that case, can I retract the bodyguard movement? I thought they were closer.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll just double maneuver over to them and attack with my lightsaber.
Okay, so are you going for the people in the rear guard that are preventing you from going back to the ship, or are you going to the people in the vanguard that are preventing you from getting to the temple?
The vanguard.
Okay. So you'd use 2 maneuvers to close?
Yep. With
one of them? All right. Do you wish to take an action?
I do. I will attack with my lightsaber.
All right. That's 2 difficulty. and they have partial like defense from like defensive positions, so 2 difficulty and one black die.
Oof.
Aren't you? Wait. Don't you have like? Oh, okay. Prototype saber, right? Okay. I mistook you for Ishale, who has the Anakin's lightsaber thing.
I guess with my advantage, I'll heal the 2 strain I took from double maneuvering, and then I'll pass a setback to the Vanguard to hit me.
Oh, you didn't actually have to take strain for that. You had 2 maneuvers for free because you had all those advantages from the discipline check.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay.
So, you can take a 3rd maneuver if you want to take strain.
I'll pass 2 setbacks then to the Vanguard.
I don't know what the hell is going on tonight. I mean, it does this some, but not like this. Jesus Christ.
I think it might be the new Discord update. Honestly, my Discord's been doing that too recently.
Yeah, mine was bad the other night. We were doing a thing for school, and it was like a lot of people were dropping more than normal. Not as bad as this, but like way more often. It could be the upgrade.
So Morvis is here, the last to go.
Yep. Okay. So there are 2 groups, one in the rear, one in the front.
Yeah, I kind of split them up to illustrate that, and she went to one of them. So you guys are here.
Yeah. Okay, so the Holocron said something, which I forgot because my mind was not entirely there. So what did the Holocron say?
Basically, they're corrupted by the dark side, and they're going to be highly dangerous, and they're not going to negotiate.
Okay, so they're not going to negotiate. Okay. So, Morvisis takes out her SE-14 pistol and gets the cover, well, good cover, that she could switch between attacking the rear and attacking the Vanguard. So I'm gonna get behind cover that has, you know, a good vantage for that. And then I'm going to attack. Well, since Bran has a grenade, he is gonna chuck it at the rear. So, yeah,
He's aiming his gun. He called the grenade before I said they're spread out to make an ambush, and he's like, "Oh, well then I'm gonna use my gun."
Okay, then I will attack one of the minions in the rear.
Is it the one he's aiming at, or is it a different one, or is it the other one?
I would say maybe another one. So I am going to take cover and then aim. And since I have the lucky ability, that is 1 boost I added, and since I'm aiming, that's another
boost for your aim. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the difficulty?
They're in like defensive positions, so you have it's 2 difficulty, or no, it's 3 difficulty for medium range, plus 1 setback for cover.
Okay, so 2 difficulty and 1 setback for cover. Okay, I'm just looking at my talents that I have, if there's anything to remove that, but seems not. Okay, making the roll.
Some ideas for spending ranged light. Apply critical injury based on critical rating while you have 3. Okay. So you hit for 8 damage. Soak is 3, 5. Wound threshold. Alright, so you hit kind of center of mass, and you think the guy has completely fallen, but he kind of slams himself against the tree and takes aim at you after that. So he's not quite gone. He is hurt badly, though.
Okay,
right?
Okay, if I were to get 3 advantages, I could use that to give him a critical injury. Is that how it works?
Yes, you have to spend advantages equal to your critical rating to do a critical injury.
Okay, then I am going to give my boost to the next ally in the initiative roll. So when it's Brand's turn, he is going to have a boost die to any check that he does.
Well, it's whoever goes. You guys can mix it up. So
Okay.
It's just floating, whoever goes next.
So basically, like, the next character that goes will have a boost.
All right. So we've got slug throw rifle, yellow, green, 7. They are shouting orders in some weird language that has a lot of hisses and consonants in it. Now, most of you speak most languages in the galaxy. In order to understand this, you need a hard lore check.
Hard lore.
Or education.
The same for me. Right, here we roll. Hey!
Yeah, nice, Bran.
That was one of my, but all the threats. I'm like, hey guys, I know what this is.
I'm going to say that you recognize it, and I'm going to use the threats to be like, you can't make out exactly what they're saying just yet.
Right, that's fine.
But it's like a dead language from before the current iteration of the Republic. There was another Imperial reign like 2,000 years ago, and then there was a Republic before that. It's from that era, and it was spoken from people in this part of the galaxy.
All right.
Usually spoken by cults that worshipped certain really terrifying individual Sith lords or alchemists. Can't put your finger on the exact name of the language, but you recognize it, and if they speak in it again, you'll hear what they say.
I one of my dogs.
But they all aim at Spark after this order is barked by this guy here who's like grabbing his side and bleeding out. So that would be what's your defense range defense, Spark?
It's 1 right now.
Okay. And I'm going to reduce their proficiency by 1 because one of them can't shoot at you because he's engaged in melee. They each fire like a round from their like one-shot rifles, the guys that you're not engaged with. And like a quick twirl behind your back, like melts all of the bullets before they connect with you. Sound
nice.
Good?
Yep.
Okay, who wants to go next?
Well, Spark hasn't gone, right?
Do you want me to attack him?
You went last round.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
I can attack him with my lightsaber and then move out of range so you guys can shoot.
Are we in round 2 and I forgot that?
We are in round 1. We are in round 2. Everyone has gone once.
Oh God. Okay, I'm sorry. I will attempt the leadership role again to try to give everyone cover.
You have a boost.
Or you know what? No, I'm aiming. I'm gonna. Yeah, and you gave me a boost, so I'm gonna fire my blaster.
Well, I was gonna say I could. If you wanted me to go
use
first,
the boost.
I was gonna say if you wanted me to go first, so I can step out of engaged range, so you don't actually hit me.
Are you attacking the ones in the front or the back?
The Vanguard.
Okay,
yeah,
so I'm aiming the opposite way.
Okay.
Yeah, we're attacking the back enemies. You could focus on the front enemies if you want.
So I have a boost, and I was aiming. So aiming is another boost, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, but let's wait until he gets back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me a damn mobile server. Okay. What were you saying, Smart?
Nothing. We handled already. I was gonna say I could go first, but they're firing at someone else, so.
Yeah. I'm firing towards the rear. So here we go. I have 2 boost dice, one from Morvisis and one from my aiming. Bam!
Are you shooting at the injured person or?
I'm shooting at the rear, so I think the injured person's near the front, right? In the Vanguard, not the rear guard?
No, I shot from the rear guard.
Oh, that's right. I'll shoot at the injured person.
Okay, well then, he collapses.
Yeah.
How do I make
okay.
I'll just fill up his one threshold. There. He collapses. You see the blue bars, right? So you can tell the one that's down. Okay.
I mean, I can if my character sheet isn't covering it.
Okay. Another PC turn.
Did you want to go now?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to...
I'll go. Right. So I'm gonna target. Well, actually, can I ask how does dual wielding work in the game exactly?
You use a maneuver, draw your second weapon. Then you declare, I'm shooting with both weapons. You increase the difficulty of the check by 1. If successful, you may spend 2 advantages to do the damage again with your second blaster.
Okay.
Or a triumph. And you use the lower skill and lower characteristic of the 2.
Now, because you have
but if they're the same weapon,
gun, you have got like an Uzi. You kind of don't need to do it because it's the same rules for. Oh God. It's the same rules for doing automatic fire, and your main weapon's automatic, so you kind of don't need to do that. But there you go.
I just asked, but yeah, I just asked on how it's supposed to work. So yeah, I'm going to attack again. So I have that. I'm gonna also get a second boost because I'm aiming. Same difficulty 2.
If you are not engaging auto fire or dual wield, that is correct.
Yeah, I'm not doing dual wield.
Oh no, it's difficulty 3. They're it's the same difficulty, but it's 3. They're medium range.
Okay, wait.
One setback from cover, 3 for medium range. If you're doing automatic, then it's 4 because you increase the difficulty by 1.
Okay, my blaster pistol, the SE-14, has a range of medium.
Then it's in range.
Yeah, then why is it 3 purple?
Because a medium range shot is 3.
Okay.
Like, if it was short range, your weapon would not fire far enough to hit him.
Okay. And I am not doing the whole full auto thing. I'm not doing that because I want them to be a bit closer. Do I need a setback?
Yeah, they're still in cover.
Okay. Here I go.
All right. So that's 7. What's it? 5. That's 2. Are you still firing at the back?
Yeah, I'm still firing at the back. What could I do with my advantages? I can't click on the help spending results.
It's not bad. He's got like 4 wounds left. There. Can you see it now?
Yeah. Okay, so I could perform an immediate free maneuver, give a black die to target's next check, or give any ally character's next check. I'm thinking I should give them a black die. So, I mean, if you guys are not wanting me to do that, I could do give the next ally a boost, and I could recover 1 strain. I mean,
You do what you think is best.
I will give the guy that I wounded a black. Well, actually, wait, how many people are in the back right now?
1.
1?
The guy you wounded is the only person in the back.
Okay. So I'm gonna give him the black die as I turn to Bran, as I kind of like gesture to him to attack the front side now, as I can handle this.
You got it.
So yeah. Next is going to be Spark.
All right, Spark, you're currently engaged with the target. With a target.
All right, I'm gonna double aim.
All right, that's going to cost you 2 strain because it was a one-time free maneuver.
All right, and you said it's 1 setback still.
No, you've kind of flushed him out from like swinging at him. When you first approached him, he had cover, but it's a melee weapon. He's like dodging it and shit, so he doesn't have cover anymore. Not against you anyway.
All right. Oh, please select attacker. I did.
Yeah, the double right click it, I think.
You have to have yourself selected and then a target on the guy. It's not a big deal. We can apply it from here. So you got 3 advantages. Now this will like totally fuck him up. I mean, that's 11 wounds. He's hurt.
Is he dead from that?
He's out of combat from that.
Okay. I'll spend the advantage. Is it just 1 person, or is it like a group of people?
I mean, it's 1 of a group of 4 minions, but you only took out the 1 because they're all spread out and you can't like multi-attack and stuff.
Okay. I'll pass a boost to the next player and then pass a setback to one of the other Vanguard.
So both of these 2 have a setback?
Yep.
Okay. I'll just mark them myself so I know. Okay, and then it's their turn. First, we're going to make a fear check. Which one of y'all has the best coercion?
I have.
I almost bought it, but I don't. I have bad coercion.
I have 3 green.
I have 3 green. Yeah.
I only have 2 green, sadly.
Okay. Well, that makes them a 3 difficulty. They got decent discipline. Okay, they do not flee. But they do use maneuvers to get into long range. And then they both spend strain to take a second maneuver to go into or they can't spend strain, they're minions. So you use their action to go into cover. and that's their turn. So it's party turn again.
Okay, I'll go and I'll try to finish off the guy that I wounded in the rear.
Do you have a long-ranged weapon?
No, sadly. I'm
He's
going.
out of range.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend a maneuver to get closer to medium range.
Okay. So like there.
Okay.
You are now out of cover.
Yeah. So it's gonna be 3 purple, right?
Yes.
A setback.
Yes, he took cover.
Okay. And since I already used the maneuver to move, I can't aim. So yeah, here we go.
Okay. You're a little out of breath trying to rush to catch this guy as he's fleeing, so take 1 strain. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Who goes next?
I'll go next.
Sorry about this Discord shit, guys. I'll get a
No worries.
channel by next week, so we'll have something to fall back on.
All right, so we have 1 and 1 like kind of separated, and they're both in cover, right?
Yeah. And you're both
Are
long range.
Spark and Morvissus, are y'all in cover?
No, I'm not in cover.
All right, so let's try this again. I'm gonna make that leadership roll. Here we go, folks. Hey, wait, I had a triumph. Okay.
I'll let you, if you don't want any other benefits, I'll let you succeed with the triumph.
All right, there we go.
The wash.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grant. Who's injured?
No one.
Okay. Then I will grant Spark, because Morvissus just went. I'll grant Spark the upgrade to their defense for a round.
You only get to do it to 1 person?
It's per success. Although triumphs would be more, I think, but I mean, so it's your call. Either I get to do both of them, or
you can do both of them. You made it.
Okay, then there you go. All right.
Someone's gonna raise their leadership skill soon. I bet.
Yeah, I mean, I already raised it once, but now I'm like, I gotta raise it again.
Yeah, it's hard checks. They're pretty rough. Okay, so I guess that
100% raising
Spark.
my presence next too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi. You're long range from either target. And it has to be your turn. What do you do?
Oh, I'm long range?
Yeah, they're both long range from you.
Ooh. Do I have any force powers I can use on them? No, I don't. I'll just double maneuver towards. I'll use my action as a maneuver and just move towards them then.
Alright, so there's one that's injured and one that is not injured.
I'll move towards the uninjured one.
Okay, so you're like here-ish.
And then I'll just do that with my turn because I only have melee.
Okay. So this guy in the back shoulders his weapon and takes like full cover and starts radioing, like trying to spot the target for this guy over here to explain why this guy has a slightly better role for being in a minion group. And he goes behind the tree while he's being approached, pops out while when she gets within kind of a no scope range, and takes a single shot.
Remember, I do have the 2 setbacks to my defense.
This is being shot to Spark, but this guy has a setback from you giving him one.
Right.
And because I know you gave it to this guy, but they're both the same actor, so he's gonna set back from that. And what's your range defense, Spark?
Just one.
But it's upgraded.
Yeah, I upgraded it. What the fuck do I do with that?
It's a good question.
Is that them attacking?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say he takes the shot and like they're using like old style weapons, so like the black powder totally obscures him, giving him a chance to climb up the tree, to where it's gonna be hard for like a melee person to get to him. How about that? I had to come up with something.
I like it.
Like you're just covered in soot from this like musket type deal. Alright. Who's next? It's between all three of you.
Vaughn, do you want to go and help Spark?
I can.
Sure. Yeah. I'll
I
fire.
can just click on the tree.
Okay. You go. Then go.
All right. Do I need to do an attack roll to cut down the tree, or is it something I could do with maneuver?
It's a big tree. Like it's like one of those Northern California Portland trees that are like
Redwood.
like 3 yards thick and like 500 feet high. Maybe not 500. They're like 100 foot tall, and I mean it's gonna take like your whole action to cut through the tree, but you can. You don't really have to make an attack roll. It's just a tree.
Okay.
Right.
Then yeah, that's what she'll do. She'll start cutting down this tree with her lightsaber.
But I mean, it's gonna take like the whole round because it's. Have you ever seen like a sequoia or redwood? It's a big fucking tree.
Yeah.
You know.
She kind of yells up there. She's like, "I'm gonna get you down one way or the other."
Now, to be clear, obviously he can't climb 100 feet. He just climbed up out of reach.
Yeah, no worries.
So, I mean, it's still gonna hurt him. It's still gonna be like a 20-foot fall, but it's better than getting hit with a lightsaber, I guess. All right, who's next?
Fall damage is brutal in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably better getting hit with a lightsaber. All right, who's next?
I'll go. What's the range on all these mofos?
You're long range to either.
So if I move over like here, could I be at medium range?
Yes.
All right.
One maneuver.
All right. I will do the me maneuver. Oh, anyways, bad joke.
What's your medium range to this guy?
Right.
No. Okay.
So, oh wait, is that the one up in the tree?
Yeah.
That's fine because I have a ranged weapon.
Okay.
So here we go. And then I'm gonna take one of my. Wait. Can I aim as well and then fire?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
It'll cost you 2 strain to do that though.
Okay, that's fine. I am good on my strain.
Your shot's pretty well on, but there's like a lot of foliage that he's able to get behind to deflect the blast.
Branches. Okay, and then I'm gonna spend my advantages. I am going to, let's say, I'm gonna negate their defensive. Do they have any defensive bonuses?
They do not. Well, I'll make you a deal. They don't, but you can negate the effects of cover.
I'll negate the effects of cover. Yeah,
Oh,
there we go. Yeah. In fact, that is also a thing where you can do ignore penalizing terrain for 3. Yeah, sweet. All right. Next.
Okay. I'm gonna get behind cover this time. Wait, is the guy that I am attacking, is he still running?
No, he's behind a tree most of the time, but he does like pop his head out every now and then.
Okay, so I'm
like,
going...
If you hit him, it's when he popped his head out to like get us to look around.
Okay. So I'm going to get behind cover, so that's a maneuver. And I'm going to aim again, so I have to take how much strain? 1 strain or 2 strain?
Hello.
The aim is 2 strain.
Okay.
If you're also moving or making a maneuver.
Yeah, so I already made a maneuver because I maneuvered to cover, so that's going to be 4 strain total for me to aim. And he has a setback since he's in cover. Okay.
That would be a setback to his actions, which I used.
Well, he's behind cover.
Oh yeah, he imposes a set. Yeah, you're right. He imposes a setback for cover. You're correct. However, Brand did something to where they negated cover. So like when he shot up in the tree, we'll say a limb fell down, and this guy looked like poked out to see what happened. So no, he has no cover because Brand bought away their cover.
Isn't that only okay?
One
negate
actor.
targets.
According to the rules, this is one target. It's just it's two different people.
Yeah.
They're a minion group.
Okay, so no setback.
That's right.
Okay.
He's stupidly looking at his friend.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, buddy.
6 wounds.
Well, actually, I'm using the stun setting on this.
Okay, well, it's same effect.
Yeah.
He passes out.
Okay. So, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Wilhelm scream.
And then Spark gets done cutting the tree down, so this guy has to fall 20 feet. Do you know offhand how that works?
So it does it in ranges. Like short range is, I believe, 10 wounds and 10 strain.
10 wounds?
Yeah, it's like I said. Fall range is. Hold on, let me look it up real quick because it's brutal.
That's nasty.
Once you get up to like long range, it's almost guaranteed death.
I once TPK'd a party of players while I was a player in a Warhammer Dark Fantasy role-playing game. And it was the very first roll of the game.
Okay, yeah, here it is. So, falling, short range is 10 damage, 10 strain. Medium is 30 damage, 20 strain. Long is incapacitated plus 50 crit. And extreme is plus 75 crit incapacitated.
Okay, so you cut down a tree, and he attempts to, like, he's not actually a Black Sun thug, it's just, I needed a token. Don't worry, he's using the stats that are in the adventure.
He can also do a 2 purple athletics coordination to try and reduce the damage.
That's what he did, and he failed.
Oh, okay.
And he collapses underneath a heavy branch.
is knocked offline.
He breaks his leg.
Oh.
He breaks his leg. He's not unconscious, but he's in too much pain to move the limb that lands on top of him off. And his slug thrower like skitters across some rain-slicked rock nearby. And that's that.
Time to kill him.
You just kill him?
Spark walks up and says something about, I will give you an honorable death instead of letting you suffer here. And she'll just shove the lightsaber into his chest, right into his heart.
There's a medical tent not...
Oops.
Well, hey, I subdued my guy with the stun setting, so he's still alive.
In peace. Spark is not a good person.
All this shit teaching us how to play the game. When all but one hunter... Well, I mean, it was the same turn. When all that remaining hunter turns and runs... So we'll just do this. Whooping and shrieking, one of the members of the ambush that didn't engage further up the hill runs through the trees, pausing only occasionally to fire wild shots down the hill, taking a few steps in pursuit before suddenly... Who'd be the first to pursue?
I would definitely not be.
If there was someone up higher on the hill who was watching this, saw his team lose, started shooting at you, nobody'd be chasing the guy?
Well, I have to restrain the guy that I captured.
Would you chase the guy, Spark?
Yeah, sure, I'll chase him. My guy's dead anyways.
Alright, so you turn to chase him, and then suddenly, you step on some weak ground, which gives way. You plummet into darkness. Make a 2 difficulty coordination check.
Can I opt for athletics instead?
If you tell me how.
She'll kind of like try to dig her feet into the wall and her hands to try to just slow her descent.
Okay. Sounds cool. Sure. Okay, slows your descent. We'll make it to where when you get to... You're going to the bottom no matter what.
Right.
But you take, like, 3 strain from, like, scratching up your arms. But you don't take any wounds because you don't really land hard on the ground.
Alright.
You're not going to prevent yourself from landing, but you do prevent yourself from landing hard. You're in a stone-walled chamber with only the visible exit about 30 feet above you. Yeah, you're in like a square chamber about 30 feet deep, lined in stone that was covered by like twigs and shit from like...
Do we see Spark disappear? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, you see Spark start to go up the hill, and she steps on like a reed and some fir leaves, which is like a false ground, and collapses. And, like you hear her. She's like digging her hands into the earth to not fall down. You hear like a scraping noise and like probably I don't know. You probably hear her screaming, right?
Yeah.
Wilhelm scream?
I mean, that's up to Spark how she
probably just sort of grunts and reaches back for a jetpack that's definitely not there.
Right.
But yeah, it's obvious she's gone. And the hunter, the like dark side corrupted dude is like disappeared into the forest ahead.
All right, I run. I'm like, Morvissus, get secure that guy. Then we need help, Spark. And I start running up towards the pit.
You start running up towards the pit. Make a survival check. Difficulty 3.
Woohoo! I mean, after there's a pit, I'm gonna be a little bit more careful. But let's see. Oh, my survival is gonna be fantastic. Y'all ready for this?
Yep.
Here we go. Here we go. Ha! I got lucky.
Wash. You can try to escalate if you want.
What?
It's a total wash. You can try to escalate if you want.
Sure. Let's do this, folks. Here we go. Oh, shoot. I forgot to roll the... Hold on. Let's do this. Up, up, up. Bam! Oh, it's... Okay.
At least it didn't fail.
Yeah.
Oh, it failed. It failed. It didn't
No, yeah, no successes.
It's actually worse this time. So, you discover it's not the only trap they've laid as you step onto some branches and tumble through your own pit of darkness.
Okay. And
you can by default make a 2 difficulty coordination check to soften the fall.
Sure. Hey,
you're able to soften the fall. What's the rules on softening the fall through coordination, Spark? Do you know?
So either athletics or coordination can be used to reduce the damage, and every success reduces the damage by 1. Every advantage reduces the strain by 1.
Oh shit! So that's still like 8 wounds. I don't know. I gave you a free ride, so if you can narrate this in such a way that you completely slow the fall, you won't take any wounds. And like narrate it, and we'll figure out what you get.
all right. So Bran,
at max, you'll take 8 wounds.
so Bran is running towards where Spark disappeared, and then steps on a branch. Feel the branch snapping under his foot. Realizes in a split second as he looks down that he is standing over another pit trap. And as he starts falling, he notices like one of the long branches that would go across that he didn't step on, and he grabs it and uses it almost like a pole vault in a way to like slow his fall, and he hits it up against the other side of the pit, and then once it takes his full weight, it snaps, and then he lets go and rolls forward in a nice parkour, like foot, knee, shoulder roll over. Now he's really dirty and standing at the bottom of a pit.
Okay,
he shouts out really loud to Spark, "Nice job getting us in pits."
You break a short fall into 2 incidental falls, so I don't know, take 4 strain from getting like covered in mud and shit.
Okay. Great job, Sparks. And then I laugh. So Sparks knows that I'm not serious.
So you finish tying this guy up.
Your 2 comrades have disappeared.
I mean, she probably heard everything. She probably like. I mean, I would if I heard screaming, I would have probably stopped tying the guy and looked. I don't know.
Yeah. So is the guy awake?
No. He's knocked out and stunned.
Okay. I'm going to calm them. I'm going to communicate to them, and I say, "Are you both alright?"
We're in a hole. Or we're in 2 holes.
Yeah, you are in separate holes.
Yeah. I was just correcting myself because I misspoke.
Do you require assistance?
To get us out? Sure.
Because I rather not leave this guy unattended. And besides, the only reason I took him alive was so we could interrogate him for answers, so...
Well, he's unconscious, right?
Yeah, but someone could come and, like, just kill him or take him away.
Well, we could throw him down in one of these holes.
How far are the holes from my position?
30 feet. Oh, from where you're at?
Yeah, from where I'm at.
One of them's about 50 feet away, and the other one's about 100 feet away.
Okay. I am going to attempt to carry this unconscious person through the first hole.
Okay. Sounds like you're moving slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Make a difficulty 2 survival check.
Okay. Do I get a boost knowing that there could be traps set?
If you're being particularly careful.
Which I am.
Focusing completely on avoiding traps. I will let you upgrade your check or get a boost, whichever you want.
Upgrade or boost? Upgrade or boost? Upgrade. Okay, I'm rolling. Well, balls and buckets.
Well, you were suspicious of the thing you stepped on, and you were already ready to, like, grab the side. So, if you pass the coordination check, you can be, like, clinging to the side and let go of the guy you're carrying.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
2, but you get, like, a boost to it because you were kind of expecting this.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to be clinging to the side, or do you want to land completely safely?
How deep is the hole, exactly?
30 feet.
I'm gonna cling to the side.
Okay, so you drop the guy, you hear something crack, and you grab the side, and you're, like, hanging on with, like, one hand. And you see all the brush, like, collapses underneath you and falls on the ground.
In the hole?
Yeah. But you're, like, hanging by, like, one hand on the far side, so you haven't fallen down.
Okay,
right?
So I climb myself back up. And could I do a perception check to see how the guy is doing down there?
Make athletics check difficulty 1 to see if you get there before the dude who's watching you intervenes. Okay, so just as you dust yourself off and you climb up and you look down to check down there, you hear like an energy weapon discharging from, like, in the woods around you.
Okay.
You wouldn't have range defense because you're not
in combat anymore, so the effect doesn't... Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, I'm gonna activate neurotoxin.
Oh, hell.
It's in a third-party book I can show it to you. It's basically like burn, but it does strain damage. Patron, I'm gonna activate that. You take... I'll activate stunning. Let's try to shotgun this. You take, we take 3 stun plus... a 9 stun damage.
So is that to my
You get to
wounds?
apply your soak.
Okay, so it's 9 minus 4.
And then that goes to your strain.
Okay.
Whatever's left over.
Yeah. Okay, so plus. Yeah, so
like a crossbow dart hits you in the back, and you feel like a jolt that like completely makes your body numb, and you collapse. Or no, you don't collapse, but like you're feeling really tired.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to roll? Do you want to try to defend yourself, or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to defend myself.
That's why you weren't answering me. What do you want to do?
So I'm gonna get out of the hole, and I am going to shoot my pistol in the direction of where the bolt came from.
Okay, you spin around. You see kind of a blur in the woods.
Wait, hang on. Say that again.
You spin around. You see kind of a blur in the woods. It's really blurry. There's some kind of like poison or something. Like you feel drugged, and you kind of lazily like point your weapon that direction to try to fire. Okay, we're gonna make this a 3 difficulty because he's at long range, and I'm gonna give you 2 setback dice because you like almost passed out.
Okay. Come on. Give me a success and probably a triumph. Come on.
Let's do it.
Nah.
Ah!
Well,
you can recover 1 strain.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm recovering 1 strain.
Alright. So I could not activate both. If I could have activated both, I would have. Sadly, the guy has to try to hit you again. You're not sure where he is, but you think you see him kind of circling around, and you're trying to follow his movements. Now, if you have range defense, you can tell me. What is your range defense?
My range defense is 0 because the only time I got the range defense was because of Bran's ability.
I'm going to spend dark side points to upgrade his roll. He deals 8 strain damage to you with another of these like neurotoxin darts.
Okay, so 8 minus my soak, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm at maximum strain.
When you collapse.
Dun.
So,
is there a way for us to get out of the hole?
I don't know. Do you have like ropes or anything? You do hear someone like picking up something heavy after there was a short firefight. And then they're working on something up above, which you can't quite see them. How do you guys want to try to get out of there? The stone wall's sheer. It's no good for climbing unless you've got climbing gear.
I have a funny question. This might not work, but hear me out. What if I spend a light side point and we do a classic Star Wars screen wipe where we are now all captured by the bad guys and we are in a position where we are going to have a way to like escape somehow? we're now out of the pits. What do the other two of you think there?
If you're waiting for something to help you get out, that's coming very soon.
Okay.
Like the very next scene. So you don't have to spend points.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'll do that. I'll just wait it out.
All right, so it's a few minutes after she's lowered into some other pit that he clears out. You hear some brush clearing, another pit giving way, a rusty pulley, something set down inside. Person went to great care not to cause her harm. When she comes to about 15 minutes later, go ahead and make her. So, Morvistus, go back to like 1 strain, or 1 short of your strain threshold. Spend 10 minutes, you come to.
Okay, so it's going to be 11.
And then everyone can make a resilience check to recover from wounds, or a cool check to recover from strain.
I'm making
because there's no threats, you have a few minutes to kind of think and get your head together.
Do we have to add any difficulty, or is it just like a basic roll?
A basic roll, and all 3 parties can make both rolls.
Okay, so I have something called Rapid Recovery. When healing strain after an encounter, heal 1 additional strain per rank of Rapid Recovery.
And you'd add that to this roll.
Yep.
So if you had any wounds, Bran, you would recover 2 of them. If you had any strain, you would recover up to 5.
Okay, so 2 successes. Does the advantage add to that, or...?
Yeah, it's all of it adds up. So
okay.
You got 3 recovery, 4 recovery.
Yeah.
You want to roll your resilience even if you're not wounded, because advantage is recovery.
Well, I have no wounds. I didn't take any damage. So that's going to be 4 because of my
That's correct. But you're gonna roll it. You're gonna want to roll it anyway because advantages you make on that roll will give you more strain back.
Okay. Trying to find resilience. I don't. Oh, okay. Wait. Found it.
While you're sorting that out, you don't see any obvious ways out of the pit. Only a couple of ropes well out of your reach, hanging from the hidden spots where the aggressors were hiding when they staged the ambush.
Okay, I rolled my cool and I rolled my resilience, so I'm just gonna add that up.
And Morvissus is holding the holocron, so don't bother trying to climb out, says the familiar voice, suddenly reappearing in front of Morvissus. The walls are covered in ice and is just above freezing. They're slick with ice melt. No, I'm afraid you will have to use the Force if you have any chance of success here, which was quite an amusing test considering our present company.
Do I have my... Okay, out of character, do I still have my equipment on me?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, just making sure. I then get up, and I look down at the holocron. I place it in front of me as I kind of like kneel down, and I say, what exactly do I need to do to reach out to the Force?
The lesson, I'm afraid you will have hypothermia before you discover the answer. Do any in your group have more experience?
Yes, 1. And I tried to contact Spark.
Spark has her comm on, but she's currently trying to jump out of the pit.
Okay, so I'll wait for you to jump out of the pit.
Can I roll a force jump, or is it too high for a force jump?
Yeah, it's got mechanics for using Enhance. Character with Enhance can simply attempt to jump out. So...
Awesome. What roll do I need to make?
You roll your Force rating.
Can I use my Ashley staff to get a light pip instead?
Yes.
Okay, that's 3 strain.
So you murder a guy in cold blood, but you're not going to spend dark side points. Oh, you don't have any. You've got 4 light side points to flip it. No, I'm not going to spend
I won't do it.
Okay.
I'll just use my
So
Ashley.
yeah, the first couple times you jump it, and I just want to illustrate until you actually buy that step of it. You can't just do this on a whim. The first couple of times you jump, you're like, jump! You don't reach the side. It's 30 feet. For a second, it's almost like, why are you even trying to do this? Then you hear the Force Ghost say, well, we'll try our best. Concentrate. Be present. And it reminds you of a lesson you had with Obi-Wan, and you can kind of hear his voice in the back of your mind. Take a moment. And if you want to narrate this yourself, go ahead. But basically the idea is you kind of take a moment, and then you try again, and you almost reach it. And then you take a moment, you try again, and you nail gets right on the edge. And then the third time you try, you dig both hands into the side, and you're able to pull yourself up.
So the Spark Starter takes a moment. She takes a few deep breaths. With her, she'll pull her helmet off, since she's alone now. But she'll pull her helmet off, take a few deep breaths. Her air kind of puffs out in front of her. So it's probably cold with ice. And then she's like, okay, I got this. And she does the first jump. She comes back down. She's a little frustrated, but she takes another quick breath, calms herself, does the second jump, and then as she gets her nails like on the edge, she's like, okay, I just need to jump a little higher. And she focuses and does that last jump and pulls herself out. She looks really proud of herself as she puts her helmet back on.
Now, I do kind of want to lean into Morvissus because she's force sensitive, but not mechanically yet. He does give you a little bit of a lesson to try to center yourself. You are planning to eventually start to take the Jedi exile, right, Morvissus? I'm not off here.
Yeah, because again, she is still beginning at the Force, so the Jedi exile would make sense.
Okay, so.
And besides, there's actually. And besides, yeah. Besides, there's actually good talents in there that's actually good for social skills. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, so after this talk and how to center yourself, are you earnestly following the instructions?
Yes. Okay, I only got into the part where you say, were you following his instructions, Ernest? And I said yes.
Okay, so the biting wind, this is simultaneously while Spark is taking her moment to center herself and try again, right? For a split second, and it almost passes right through your fingers. The biting pain of the wind and the cold wind dies, and the torrent of rain starts to become almost like a seismic pitter-patter like music. You can roll 1 force die right now if you want, but this is not a permanent power you have until you buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you could try to reach out into the force very clumsily, forcing your way through, and you feel kind of the threat of there being consequences if you do so. Do you choose to move forward?
I just take a breath and I continue forward, knowing that I need to get out of this hole in order to help the others. So I continue pushing forward.
So which of the following, and you can describe another one if you want, but there's 3 real easy descriptions of example force powers you could use to try to get out of a situation. Sense, move, enhance are one of the things you think you'll take first. If not, what are you thinking of taking as your first force power?
Let me actually go to the thing because I actually do have the thing open. Exiles. So there's sense, move, and something else?
Enhance. So sense is like sensing things in the force. Move is telekinesis, and enhance is you use the force to empower your muscles and stuff.
What force power does Spark have?
Enhance and foresee.
I gotta dip out tonight. Something just came up.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Damn. I would.
We're about to go to the interlude anyway, so I'll just tell you. I'll just give you rewards from the interlude next time I see you.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Have a nice night. I would say I'm trying to reach out for something to allow me to climb out of the hole. So like a vine or rope. So I'm trying to reach out for that.
You're trying to like understand your surroundings.
Yes.
Okay. You open your mind to the force and detect the movement of small life forms behind the walls of the pit. You detect the movement of a small group of Spintiri snow mice and realize there is a sloped passageway leading back up to the surface only a few centimeters behind the ice. A few quick blows with a nearby rock or the butt of your weapon should break a hole to freedom.
Okay. Was this sense? Was this sense?
That would be sense.
Okay.
What you were describing is you were looking for like a way out.
Yeah.
So the closest was sense. So that's what I used.
Yes, thank you. So I grab the holocron, and I take out my 8-gauge scatter gun, and I use the butt to make the hole and everything to get access to that passageway.
It's a little bit of work, and you start to feel pain in your lungs from inhaling all this cold air by the time you've broken it all off. But you hit a point where there's a shatter point, you hit that one final thing, and a sheet of ice comes tumbling down. And almost to your surprise, several double-layer, furred, thick mice scatter all around you, revealing a small, but large enough for you to crawl up, slope in the rock.
Okay, I'm going to try to climb up. I'm going to use coordination. Is that okay?
Oh, you don't need to use anything. It's small, but you can fit in it. No problem.
Okay, I do that.
You just climb right out.
I climb right out, and I just shakes the snow and anything else off of me, and I then head. Well, actually, hang on.
Now, I want to be clear. You don't have the force till you buy that power, but I thought it'd be kind of thematics to temporarily bend the rules.
Yeah. Question. I was placed in the pitfall that I triggered, right? Or another pitfall?
No, it's a fourth one. They're all over the place here.
Okay. Can I go to the previous one where I saw the person fell? Because I'm gonna go check on that.
He's not breathing too good.
Okay.
So real fast, after you and Spark meet up, it's pretty easy to get a hold of like one of the ropes from those little scaffoldings they had in the trees.
Yeah.
To get Bran and if you want your
the other guy out. I'm gonna be using that, and I am going to try to stabilize him.
Okay. So, Bren, Spark lowers a rope to you.
Yep.
After doing this awesome leap, catches her breath, climbs up a tree, gets a rope off one of the scaffoldings, lowers it down.
And I climb out.
She looks really happy with herself. She clasps your arm, big smile. I jumped out of that pit. I jumped out of it. It was just like the old man taught me. So this is actually where it recommends to like take a break and then come back to it next week.
Totally.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So
I was perfectly happy with everyone's role playing. I don't want to interrogate everyone. I'm going to give everyone who showed up 10 experience points.
Cool.
Thank you.
But if you want to talk about it, I encourage you to. If you want to talk about like you liked what you didn't like. This is from a published adventure. If it's didn't feel very sandboxy, I kind of already know that.
No worries. I think I know which adventure it is, but that's all good. It's a fine adventure. Yeah, it was fine. I had a good time. And
Yeah, same.
we keep losing half. Oh my gosh. The technical difficulties this week.
Boy.
But I think we'll be fine next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
So. That was perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect timing. But yeah, 10 XP, which means I could save up or I could spend them, but yeah. So, yeah, it was a very fun game.